Hi everyone, today we are going to learn how motor driver works, how H-bridge works, and why there's a need of them, right? In any application which requires us to have a motor, usually motors are being controlled by microcontrollers. And those microcontrollers cannot provide high capacity current, right? The current which you usually drives from a microcontroller pin is just in few milliamperes, hardly 40 milliamperes, or in some cases even 10 milliamperes. Now, how to produce the action of actuation of a motor from that lower current? That is the job of a motor driver, right? Today we are going to learn what is inside those motor drivers, right? So, how DC motor works? Usually we have DC motors in robots to control their movement, to control their motion, right? And those motors are attached to wheels or tires, right? What happens is they have two wires. If you give a positive to connect the positive terminal of a battery to one terminal of the motor and negative to the other terminal of the motor starts rotating, and the flow is like this, right? This is the direction. If you revert that connection, means you connect the negative terminal to the terminal to which you have connected positive terminal previously, and the positive terminal to the negative terminal one, then it will start rotating in the opposite direction. This is the way motor rotates, right? Okay. Now, what kind of a circuitry we have inside of a motor driver? The circuitry which we have inside of a motor drivers are called H bridges, right? H bridges looks like an H, right? This is the way they work. They have four switches in them, and those switches are usually transistors, right? MOSFETs in most of the cases, right? Okay, so staying at a higher abstraction level, we see that they have four switches, right? If we close, let's say, switch 1 and switch 4, the current would be flowing like this, as shown in this diagram. So in this case, the motor is going to rotate like this, clockwise. If we close switch number 2 and switch number 3, the current would flow like this, in the opposite to this diagram, and motor will rotate in the opposite direction, right? So H bridges are circuits that have four switches in them, and the good thing is that those switches, their on and off state can be controlled with a very low input current. That means you can directly connect the output from a microcontroller to those switches, right? Here, as you can see, is a chip. It's 298 motor driver. It has two such H bridges, so that means you can control two motors from it. Talking about the modules which are available in the market, so one of those modules which are very easily available in the market and which I have used in one of my robots, the video of which is uploaded on the channel, and I will put the link into the description, uses this one. This is a pretty cheap motor driver available in the market that is very easily available. Its name is L293D motor driver, right? It costs 350 Pakistani rupees, that's around $2 US, right? So what we have is we have two H bridges in it, and these two terminals are actually the terminals to which you are going to connect your batteries. Here you connect the 12-volt pin and the ground volt pin, and this terminal requires a 5 voltage input, which if you have, you can connect that, and if you don't, it already has a 5-volt regulator in it. Here are the 4 pins to which you connect your microcontroller output, right? Moreover, along with these 4 pins, it has a capability to control the speed of a motor, and that is through PWM, pulse width modulation. Well, I'm going to explain the pulse width modulation in a separate video, but in short, that features allows you to control the speed of the motor. If you don't use that feature, then it's going to drive your motor at 100% speed, right? That is it for this video. Stay tuned. There are other videos coming up in this channel related to robotics and different modules that are used in robotics, right? So do subscribe and do give us a thumbs up. Thank you very much.